If you've ever felt anxious, insecure, or stuck in repeating patterns, your inner child might well be crying out for healing. In this video, I'm going to deep dive into how childhood wounds shape your adult life and how you can heal them by balancing your root chakra. Stay with me till the end because I'm going to give you a full explanation of inner child and practical tips that you can use to heal yourself. Welcome back. It's Sarita here, bringing you everything about personal growth and development, positive mindset, and raising your frequency so that you can manifest your best life. Before we continue, I want to take just 30 seconds of your time. If you're new here, click to like and subscribe so you get notified when I post more videos like this one. My mission is to reach 1 million people and help them heal their past, awaken themselves today so they can live a better tomorrow. Because if you work on yourself, your life too can totally change. Thanks for spending this time with me, and stay with me right till the end because I'm going to break this video down into 3 sections to make it really easy for you. And these are: what are your inner child? How do you know if you have a wounded inner child? And I'm going to give you 5 practical tips to heal your inner child. So let's dive in. What is the inner child? So the term inner child was first introduced by psychologist Carl Jung, and it refers to a subpersonality living in the unconscious mind. It represents the part of us that holds childhood experiences, emotions, and beliefs, typically formed between the age of birth and around about 7 years old when the child is 7. And this inner child carries both the joy, the innocence of childhood, as well as the wounds and the traumas that were experienced by the child. And when these wounds remain unhealed, they continue to influence our adult lives in ways we may not actually even realize. Becoming aware of your inner child through therapy or through personal reflection can help unearth past pain and allow for deep emotional healing. Now, acknowledging your inner child means recognizing the experiences that shaped you, bringing them to light, and understanding how they may still affect your emotions, behaviors, and relationships, even today in your adult life. Now, while therapy can help us understand and process inner child wounds, healing is not just psychologically, it is also energetic and spiritual. And this is where the chakra system comes in. So our bodies contain 7 main energy chakras, and the inner child is primarily connected to the lower 3 chakras. So the lower 3 chakras are the root chakra, which serves a purpose for security, safety, survival. Then you've got the sacral chakra, governs emotions, creativity, and relationships. And then you have the solar plexus chakra, and this governs personal power, self-worth, and confidence. To fully heal the inner child, we must not only address the psychological wounds, but also work on rebalancing these energy centers, the chakras, starting with the root chakra, where our sense of safety and belonging are formed. So the root chakra is the foundation of the energy system, and it is where the inner child lives. It represents our safety and security and our ability to feel safe and supported. It also represents survival and stability. It's linked to basic needs like food, shelter, a roof over the head, and emotional security. And then there's also a family and a tribal connection. So our early relationships, especially with our parents and our caregivers, that's the source of our life. So in early human history, the root chakra was responsible for fight and flight, survival instincts, ensuring physical safety. But today, it governs our sense of belonging, grounding, and emotional security. The root chakra is deeply influenced by the love, the care, the security received from caregivers in early childhood. And if you grew up in a dysfunctional family, you experience neglect, you experience abandonment, or instability, this chakra may become blocked or unbalanced. And signs of an unhealthy root chakra due to childhood wounds could include feeling unsafe or feeling anxious in relationships. It could include constantly seeking validation or attention from others. It could include struggling with financial stability or feeling like there's never enough. So you're always in this feeling of lack. It could feel feeling disconnected from your body or struggling to feel grounded. Physical symptoms could be a weak immune system. It could be leg pain or lower back issues, all of which are connected with the root chakra. And then also, you could have that feeling of fear of abandonment, betrayal, or rejection. When the root chakra is underdeveloped, we may remain emotionally stuck in childlike behaviors, struggling with confidence, struggling with security, and struggling with self worth. And I know that personally, this has been somewhere where I have been stuck as well, having been brought up in a South Asian family and being the eldest daughter. I have suffered quite immensely with inner child trauma. However, I've used the techniques that I'm going to be giving you to help myself heal. So, how do you know if you have a wounded inner child or unbalanced root chakra? So, healing begins with awareness. And before diving into the process of inner child and root chakra healing, it's really important to understand the signs of wounding. If you're wondering whether your inner child is wounded or if your root chakra is unbalanced, take a moment to reflect back. And I highly recommend pausing the video here, grabbing a journal, and writing down your thoughts as you explore these questions. So I'll give you a moment if you want to pause the video and go ahead and get yourself a journal. And then let's go through a couple of questions. So, number one, did I experience childhood trauma? The first step is really acknowledging any trauma or emotional neglect from your childhood, from caregivers. And trauma isn't just about physical abuse, it's about emotional wounds from growing up in what you could have a dysfunctional family where there was chaos, instability, or neglect was just the norm. Did you feel seen and heard in your family? Did you experience emotional neglect where your feelings were dismissed or invalidated? Did you grow up in a chaotic environment where you never felt emotionally or physically safe? Were you compared to your siblings, or did you feel like you wasn't given the same level of love, attention, or importance? And this is so important, especially amongst South Asian families, where there is a mix of girls and boys, because girls don't get given that same importance as boys do. Did you have to grow up too soon, taking on responsibilities beyond your age? For example, like I've explained, in many Asian households, boys are often given top priority, while girls may feel overlooked or expected to take on caregiving roles. If you're experienced favoritism or felt like your needs were secondary, this too could have left a lasting emotional wound. And then, two, did you feel safe? Did you feel loved? Did you feel cared for as a child? Feeling safe and loved is crucial for a child's development. If you didn't feel emotionally or physically secure growing up, this may still be affecting your subconscious beliefs today. Now, the questions you can ask yourself is, did I feel loved and nurtured as a child? Did I feel protected and supported? Or was I left to fend for myself emotionally? Did I belong in my family, or did I often feel like an outsider? Was I afraid to express myself for fear of being judged, criticized, or ignored? If you were often left feeling unsafe, unheard, or invisible, this can lead to patterns of self doubt, fear of rejection, or struggles with emotional expression in your childhood. And then, thirdly, you can look at how your relationships are now. So, our early childhood experiences shape our adult relationships. And if your inner child is wounded, you may struggle with trust, you may struggle with vulnerability and emotional security in your connections with others. So the questions here you can reflect on is, do I struggle with intimacy because I fear abandonment or I fear betrayal? Do I find myself stuck in toxic or codependent relationships? Do I emotionally shut down, push people away, or create distance when things get too close? Do I experience jealousy, possessiveness, or emotional outbursts in my relationships? Do I revert to childlike behaviors such as throwing tantrums, such as sulking, or seeking excessive validation from others around me? Those behaviors often stem from unresolved childhood wounds where the inner child still longs for safety, for love, for reassurance. Then you might want to ask, is my root chakra balanced? The root chakra, the Muladhara as it is known, is the foundation of our energy system, governing our sense of our safety, stability, and connection to the physical world. If your root chakra is unbalanced, you may experience emotional instability, you might experience control issues, or deep seated fears. So, questions you might want to ask yourself here if you're journaling is, do I feel safe and secure in my life, or am I constantly anxious and fearful? Do I have an overwhelming fear of abandonment, loneliness, or losing loved ones? Do I struggle with financial instability or fear of lack? Am I controlling, rigid, or overly masculine in my energy to compensate for insecurity? Do I feel disconnected from my body or struggle with grounding myself in the present moment? All these, unbalanced root chakra can also manifest in physical symptoms such as immune system issues, frequent illnesses, chronic fatigue, and it can lead to bone issues, leg or foot problems, joint pains, arthritis, knee pain, lower back pain, digestive issues, feeling stuck, feeling unmotivated, procrastinating a lot, or unable to take action. And if you constantly feel stuck and you constantly feel unable to move forward in life, or you're paralyzed by fear and doubt, your root chakra may need healing. 5 is, do I trust life? A wounded inner child and an unbalanced root chakra often result in deep mistrust. This is generally of people, circumstances, and even life itself. So, the questions you might want to ask here is, do I trust that life is working for me? Or do I feel like I always have to be in survival mode? Do I struggle to let go of control because I fear something will go wrong? Do I resist change even when it's for my highest good? Do I feel like I'm always waiting for the next bad thing to happen? And if you're constantly feeling like life is unsafe, life is unpredictable, or out to get you, and that you're constantly playing in that victim mode, it's a sign that your inner child needs healing and the root chakra work is needed. These journal prompts that I've given you are a powerful way to uncover hidden wounds and bring awareness to what needs healing. So remember, healing doesn't happen overnight, but with conscious effort, you can start to rebuild a sense of safety, rebuild that sense of security and inner peace. Which of these questions resonated with you? Let me know in the comments and stay with me till the next section where I'll guide you through practical steps to heal your inner child and balance your root chakra. So, before I cover the last section, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up and support the channel. Comment below, let me know where you've tuned in from. And remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell as well for more content on personal growth, spirituality, law of attraction, healing in your life. And if you think it will benefit someone, share it with them so that they can become aware of themselves better. Now let's move on to healing the inner child. This is a crucial step in emotional and spiritual growth, as many of our limiting beliefs and emotional wounds stem from our childhood experiences. And here are 5 practical ways to begin this healing journey. So, number 1 is become aware of your inner child. The first step in healing your inner child is recognizing his presence within you. Your inner child carries memories, emotions, and unmet needs from your formative years. Take time to reflect on your childhood. Were you seen? Were you heard? Were you loved in your family? Did you feel safe? Did you feel valued? Or were there moments of neglect, moments of rejection, or criticism that shaped your self perception? A powerful way to connect with your inner child is through journaling. So get out a notebook if you haven't already done so and write down your thoughts using the reflective questions that I shared in the last section. You can also write a letter to your inner child, acknowledging their pain and reassuring them that they are now safe. This process helps bring hidden words to light so they can be healed with love and with understanding. Number 2, you've got the root chakra healing work. The root chakra is the foundation of our energy system, and it's closely linked to our sense of our safety, security, and belonging. So, a wounded inner child often manifests as feelings of fear, feelings of instability, feeling of lack of trust, feeling of self doubt. Healing the root chakra will help restore a deep sense of safety and grounding. And there's several ways you can do this. So, grounding techniques which could include walking barefoot on the earth, standing or sitting with your feet firmly planted on the floor, or simply connecting with nature can strengthen your root chakra. And then you could do movement based healing with dancing, using your heels to really ground yourself into the ground, yoga, especially poses like the child's pose, warrior pose, or mountain pose, and mindful movement helps release stored energy from past trauma. And you can also use meditation and sound healing to help the root chakra, using meditations for root chakra, affirmations, listening to grounding frequencies, such as 396 hertz, which help reprogram the subconscious mind to feel more secure. And I have a few guided meditations, a few playlists on my channel that you can explore, and I'll link them in the show notes for you. And you've got Ho'oponopono and EFT, and this is one of my favorite healing methodologies because it's one that I've personally used along with the others as well. But this has really helped me heal my past. Ho'oponopono is such a powerful Hawaiian healing technique based on forgiveness, based on self love, and taking responsibility for your inner wounds. And when paired with EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, it becomes even more effective in releasing painful memories and dissolving deep seated patterns of anger, of resentment, and unworthiness. And to practice Ho'oponopono, it's so easy. Just got to repeat the 4 key phrases with intention. And those phrases are: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And as you say these words, direct them towards your inner child, visualizing them receiving love and healing. And with EFT or tapping, this involves gently tapping on specific energy meridian points while acknowledging emotions and shifting them with positive statements. It helps to rewire the nervous system, release stored trauma, and restore emotional balance. And when used together, Ho'oponopono and EFT create a profound shift in your subconscious, allowing deep healing to take place. And once you've done that healing, you can manifest such a beautiful life. And then you've got number 4, the fourth method, which is affirmations, mantras, and positive self talk. So the words that you say to yourself shape your inner reality. Healing your inner child involves replacing self criticism and limiting beliefs with nurturing, empowering words. And affirmations like, I am safe, I am loved, I am enough just as I am, everything is working out for me. I love and accept myself fully. These simple yet powerful statements rewire the subconscious mind for self love and for security. And saying them in front of a mirror enhances their impact so much more as it creates direct eye contact with your inner child, enforcing love and reassurance. And you can create personalized affirmations based on specific wounds for your inner child. If you often felt ignored, affirm my voice matters and I'm heard. If you struggled with rejection, affirm I am worthy of love and belonging. And then number 5, you've got guided inner child meditation. So meditation is one of the most effective ways to reconnect with and nurture your inner child. And through visualization, you can create a safe space where you meet your younger self, your child self, embrace them, hug them, love them, provide them with that love and support that they may not have received as a child. Inner child meditations can help you because they help you feel seen, they help you feel heard and valued, and they can also help you release painful memories and emotional wounds. They can cultivate self-compassion and acceptance, and they can really reconnect you with your sense of joy, your playfulness, your creativity, some of the things that you may not have had as a child. So in these meditations you might visualize hugging your younger self and telling them everything they need to hear, or even reimagining past events with healing outcome. I have several guided meditations on my channel designed for inner child healing, which I'll link in the show notes below. So healing your inner child is deeply transformative journey that brings emotional freedom, self-acceptance, and inner peace. And by practicing these 5 techniques constantly, you'll begin to feel a profound shift in your energy, your mindset, and overall well-being. Which of these techniques resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like more support on this journey, check out the resources that I've linked as well. Which of these tips will you try out? Let me know. I just want to say thank you so much, beautiful people. Until next time, much love and namaste.